TikTok Shop has taken the world by storm and firmly nested itself as one of the new popular shopping platforms. Officially launching on September 12th, 2023, many people now go there to buy all of their goods, from little knickknacks to even home appliances. But are the products really good? And is it worth shopping on there? Hi, I'm Mothra, and welcome back to Fun, Fandom, and Fashion Fridays. TikTok Shop is a retail platform built into the TikTok app, and many companies, such as big businesses like Mothra and Roman, to small businesses like Diva Expressions and Sushi Glow, sell their products via the TikTok app store. Not only that, there are some benefits to the companies themselves should they utilize the TikTok Shop. If TikTok decides to put items on sale, separate from a company who may be putting items on sale themselves, or maybe even the company doesn't have a sale going on at the time, TikTok Shop will foot the bill for the difference. In other words, the companies will be allowed to keep the full profit that they would have made otherwise. So it makes it really beneficial for companies to put their items listed on TikTok Shop. One of the benefits for customers is when there is a TikTok Shop sale going on, and the company is also having a sale of itself, these two sales will often combine on top. And this also works for the TikTok Shop coupons. You can stack coupons on top of the sales that the companies are having. Companies still have to pay a fee for hosting their products and shop on the TikTok Shop store, but with the benefits that come with doing so, paying a small service fee is just business. As I mentioned before, TikTok Shop is inside of the TikTok app. It is actually located within its own tab, but you can get access to TikTok Shop stores through listings that are linked in people's videos or through TikTok Live. And TikTok Live is one of the most popular ways companies utilize advertising their products. For example, Homika, a company that sells vacuums, will often be shown demonstrating their vacuums by vacuuming up things like pet hair or rice, and they'll be showing it to you in demos that are very similar to how they were done back in the day when you would come across the Home Shopping Network. You can see a lot of space that they are utilizing and the various different items that they really want to use to show how well their vacuum works. Companies like Ramen, Diva Expression, and Sushi Glow will have shots that are typically closer so that they can show you the products a lot more close up, because these are cosmetics. So they'll do things like swatches and, show like the product being used in combination with others. They will show the product being used on people with various different skin tones. And so they're really utilizing TikTok Shop to demonstrate their products in the best light. How you can know if a product is linked to a TikTok Shop is typically in the bottom left-hand corner of a video, there will be a link with an orange shopping cart attached, and that's how you know that it's a TikTok Shop item. Or if you are in a live, they will oftentimes have a pop-up that you can select so that you can look at the product a little bit closer and the listing. Things like the product description, ingredients, electrical power, those will be listed within the product description, as well as whether or not the product gets free shipping. And you will also be able to see what coupons you have available to you at the time. As I mentioned before, these lives will come across as you're scrolling on your phone. And I actually made some purchases myself through the TikTok lives. Specifically, Diva Expressions eyeshadow palettes showed up on TikTok Live while I was scrolling one day, and I had already been eyeing them for quite some time, and since they were doing some exclusive TikTok Live sales, I went ahead and grabbed the Pretty Guardian palettes, which we'll be looking at later in the video. I personally was really excited that I came across that live, and the price with the sale made it worth it to purchase. The way that these demonstrations and just these lives are formatted, it feels very reminiscent to me, like I said, about the Home Shopping Network, especially with the way that they demonstrate things. And what's awesome is, unlike the Home Shopping Network, you can actually have a lot more feedback and communication with the people who are demonstrating these products. So one of the things that you can do is you can be like, hey, can you show me that shade again? Or can you show off that vacuum color again? I keep saying vacuum because we're going to talk about a vacuum because I did buy one. But it's things like that. And they'll be able to read the comments and get back to you. Whereas back in the day, you had to call in on your phone because like not even cell phones, this was like landlines. You had to call in on your phone and be like, hey, I really like that product. Can you show it again? And they'd be like, of course. And then they'd zoom in and they'd be like, this is a cubic zirconium ring. You're like, oh my god, that's amazing. But I mean, like, looking back at it now, I know that cubic zirconium is like worth nothing. The products were not nearly as impressive as products that show up on TikTok Shop now. Frankly, looking back at a lot of the Home Shopping Network stuff, I would consider a lot of it to be very poor quality. Whereas depending on the TikTok lives that you are watching from certain companies, the products will be actually very high quality and worth purchasing. And I think that that is a wonderful improvement on a format that is, you know, very old at this point. It's been around as long as like TVs have been around. So let's talk about free items, commissions, and paid advertisements. So it's illegal to not disclose paid advertisements. So whenever you come across a video that says commission or paid advertisement, it will say like poster earns commission at the bottom of the videos, which I do very much appreciate. And typically if someone is being honest, you will see that, though some people like to not disclose advertisements. So through the TikTok creator program, when you reach a certain number of followers, I believe it's 1,000 followers at the base level and 5,000 followers for a guarantee to get into this particular segment of the program, you can start receiving free items. They are quote unquote samples, but oftentimes they are actually completely like fully realized products. I've seen a lot of people get samples from some of the brands that I'm going to be talking about today. And the wonderful thing about receiving these free samples is that these creators are actually not obligated to give these products a glowing review when receiving these products in this manner. The only thing that they are required to do when receiving these samples is to make a video on it and post it. And I have seen videos where people have been very happy with their products and they're like, yeah, it's totally great. If you want to support me and you are interested in the product, go ahead and hit the orange shopping cart and buy it. But I've also seen people who have been like, I received this product for free and I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm posting a video about it. But I don't like it. Like, just flat out don't like it. And really the only risk to going about it this way is that maybe a company won't send you samples anymore. And if you didn't really like the sample that you get, is it really a lose-lose situation? You know what I mean? It might be if it's a company that you really respect, but if it's if it was that bad, it might be worth it just to post the negative review and maybe not get a sample from them. So, a TikTok creator that I personally follow, her name is Jade, her @ is ModaMensch, I think I'm saying that correctly, has a series where she utilizes the free items that you can get from TikTok Shop and tells you whether or not they are actually worth purchasing. She reviews things from legitimate small businesses, but she also reviews things that are going viral, and sometimes they're like fast fashion items, and sometimes they're just like little pieces of tech that are very cheap and not very worth it. I will link her account below. Her playlist is very interesting to watch, so if nothing else, it's a great time killer, but it might also help you save some money by avoiding products that really aren't worth the price. She talks about things like drop shipping, white labeling, and then also uniquely created products. And I will just go into for a moment what white labeling and drop shipping are, just so we have some context of what's drop shipping is when someone buys a massive amount of products for this simple purpose of reselling it. They had no creative input. They did not make the product in any capacity. They just went to a manufacturer and was like, I would like to buy like 1,000 units of this. And then they go on somewhere like the TikTok Shop, list them all, and just basically wait for it to sell out. Typically, these are products that are very cheaply made. They're not very good quality at all. And I can't recommend drop shipping because we also don't know where these products are coming from. White labeling is when you can contact a company, typically a manufacturer, such as in the case of cosmetics, and ask them to put your branding on it. You can also ask for them to make make changes to their formulas so that the formula works better for both you and your customers' needs. White labeling is quite controversial within the cosmetics community, and that could be an entire subject on its own, so I won't go too deep into it, but I will say many companies do reach out to manufacturers to have them make their products for them. For example, with cosmetics, it's very expensive to run your own cosmetics lab, so you will contact a cosmetics lab and ask them what they have, and if the formulas that they have is to your liking, that is when you can slap your label on it. But you can tell them, hey, make this a little bit more runny, make this thicker, make the finish more matte, make it more shiny. And many companies are worth their salt, in my opinion, will work with the manufacturer to get a product that is unique on the market. There are also companies that completely hand make their own products. They won't reach out to a manufacturer at all. Such as Sushi Glow Cosmetics, which we will talk about today. She formulates and packages all of her products herself. Go to TikTok and she shows videos of herself doing that, actually. It's very interesting and it's also very soothing in my opinion, so I do recommend it. I will have all of the companies that I am going to talk about today. I will have their TikToks linked. So now we're going to get into the portion where I talk about some of the items that I've purchased from TikTok Shop. We have 3 different cosmetic companies that we're going to be talking about today, but we also have a company that sells vacuums that we're going to be talking about today. I did ask in my Discord server, which if you're not a part of and you are 18 plus, you can join. The link will be in the description. What products you guys wanted me to talk about, and the overwhelming consensus was these cosmetic companies that I put in the poll. It is honestly quite funny to me that there were things that weren't makeup, but you guys were really interested about the makeup. I'm not going to go too deep into it because this isn't like a full-on review, but I will talk a lot about the products and specifically about the companies and how they relate back to the TikTok Shop. I think everything that I'm about to talk about today was 100% worth the money that I spent on it. I'm very happy with the products, and you know, they're just something that I reach for all the time. I use them all the time. I'm actually wearing the makeup today. So we'll start off with the Ramen Lip Trio. This is the Ramen Lip Trio. It is a limited edition product, and it comes with 3 items in it. It comes with a lip liner, the Blur Fudge Tint, and the Juicy Lasting Tint. What's really important to know is that these are lip tints. These aren't lipsticks. These aren't lip glosses. This tint does have a glossy finish to it, and this one does have a matte finish. I will include some close-ups. A lot more sheer. And so part of the reason I wanted to talk about this product in particular is people are overwhelmingly using this product incorrectly. And they keep calling it things that it's not, but like, since it's not a lipstick and lip gloss, it's not going to work like a lipstick and lip gloss. I do really like these products. They're really nice. Like I said, I will get some close-ups, and I am wearing all 3 of these products, plus another one of the products that I'm going to be talking about in a moment. They're nice and hydrating. They don't dry your lips out at all, and they are a really nice color of black. And just real quick, none of the products in this video are sponsored. I did purchase all of these products with my own money. Next, we are going to talk about the Eva Expressions Pretty Guardian palettes. These are wonderful products. I recommend every single one of them. They are eyeshadow palettes, but they're specifically duochrome. So duochrome is typically, it means it has 2 or more pigment shifts that you can see, and I will put some close-ups of these as well. They are absolutely stunning. I'm just getting them open right now. And they are intensely packed with sparkle. So here they are. Oops. Let's try not to cover them all up. Oopsie. There are 3 of the palettes, and I do believe Eva Expressions also does sell like the eyeshadow singles. So if you find them, these are really up your alley, but you don't want an entire palette, each of these individuals, like they're available for purchase. They are incredibly sparkly. They're absolutely stunning, and I'm just gonna swatch one real quick. This one is from the Magical Guardian. Oh, it's called Magical Guardian. I'm so sorry. It's from the Magical Guardian Lunar Series palette, and it is the shade Blue Moon. There you go. So it's really pretty. Oh yeah, there we go. Now it's popping. You can see it. And it's just so beautifully shiny. And like I said, I am wearing them today. You will be able to see a little bit better on the close-ups that I will include. And I am going to just show off these palettes. This was the original palette. This is the one that like took TikTok Shop by storm, and just TikTok in general before TikTok Shop happened. And the art on them is really good as well. She commissions artists for each palette. And it's gorgeous. Like, these are so pretty. And then that's the lunar one. And then the solar one right here. So yeah, these would make a great gift for anyone if you're particularly interested in getting anyone a gift like that. And like I said before, I did purchase these while I was watching a TikTok live, and she had a exclusive sale for that, which was really, really cool, because I got these I basically got all three of them for like 1.5 price. It was really awesome. And the overall experience of purchasing them was really nice. They arrived really fast. This also arrived really, really fast. And you know, like I said, the quality just kind of like speaks for itself. The products that are available on TikTok Shop, if you are shopping from the right companies, is amazing. So I will say, just make sure you are shopping from companies that are reputable. There are a lot of reputable brands on there, like the ones that I've mentioned so far, but there's also things like Fenty Beauty Cosmetics, or Scrub Daddy is also on there. So there's a lot of reputable brands. Going into the next product is the Sushi Glow Cosmetics stuff that I have. This is their black lip tint. I will have close-ups of that as well. I'm also wearing that under all of this because I like to pair it with other things, but I also do like to wear it on its own. Real quick, I will also swatch this. It's just a black lip tint. It's just nice and black. I mean, it's in the shade Void. It's really pretty. There's nothing too crazy about it. It is just a black lip tint, but it's absolutely stunning. I really like it. And the other thing that I got from Sushi Glow Cosmetics is this body glitter in the shade Rainbow Freckles. And I'll get an even better close-up of this at one point, but it is just super duper sparkly. I am wearing it on my body today. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, but the lighting is like really, really harsh in my dining room, so I will also get close-ups of that. This is the company that I said 100% formulates their own products. Eva Expressions reaches out to a manufacturer to have her products made, and she works really closely with these manufacturer to get the products just the way that she likes it. The pigments that go into it are very like pricey in terms of like pigments for a cosmetic brand, so the price of the palettes being as affordable as they are is amazing. And then, you know, these are actually really fair price for somebody who hand makes everything themselves. I will go into the pricing in just a moment. I do have one more product, so I will be right back. I am gonna go grab it. Okay, so I am standing now. So sorry if the camera angle is a little awkward, but this is my vacuum. I really like this vacuum a lot. So it is battery powered. It is adjustable, so like I can change the height on it if I want to. It comes with 3 different attachments, and it also has a light I'm not going to turn the vacuum on, at least not in this clip. I will show it functioning in another clip in a moment, but it just works really, really well. It gets up pet hair really well, which is really important because I'm currently taking care of a dog and he gets hair everywhere. And I don't know, I'm just really happy with this. I was in a really desperate need for a new vacuum, and I heard people were talking about this one a lot on TikTok, so I went out on a limb and I bought it, and I do like it a lot. Like I said, it's battery powered, so I can take it anywhere in my apartment. It's really, really lightweight, and it charges really easily. And like I said, I will have all these products linked below. Again, this is not sponsored. If you want to buy it, that's cool. If you don't want to buy it, you don't have to. It's no skin off my back. All right, so I will go over the prices for everything real quick. This was originally full price was $42, but I got it for $22.99, and last I checked, it was still on sale. So that's a really, really good price for products. And you know, these are just like nice black lipsticks. I will recommend it. Black is my favorite lipstick shade to wear. I say lipstick, they're not lipsticks. I did mention this earlier. But they're like, black is my favorite shade to wear on my lips. I think it just makes me look really good. So I do recommend this one if you want a good black lip product. The Homika vacuum was originally $139.99, but I got it on sale for $84.99. It was my birthday gift to myself, so you can tell that I'm really getting to be an adult because I was like excited about a vacuum. But it is a very good vacuum. The Sushi Glow Cosmetics lip tint and glitter? Yeah, glitter was so the lip tint was $16.99. This version of the lip tint is actually on sale now. If you go to her shop, because she did get a custom made bottle, so all the ones that are in these bottles are on sale now. But the new bottle is gorgeous. I will put up a photo. And the glitter was originally $16. I got it on sale for $13. It has synthetic mica in it. And it the new formula, because this particular shade has been reformulated, is now $26. It is way sparklier. But this one is still really sparkly and really pretty. So I do recommend either formula. I'm not sure if this one is still available, but both of them are gorgeous. All right, and lastly was these Eva Expressions palettes. They're originally $35 each, but I got each of them for $25. So $10 off each, which is a great deal, honestly. And like I said, the shipping was free, and they arrived really fast. They arrived super duper fast. I take these everywhere with me. I take them if I'm spending the night over somewhere. And I know that I'm going to be doing my makeup. I took this to my my trip to Texas with me. I took this one with me. And I love them. They're just so gorgeous. I cannot recommend this particular set of products enough. Like I said, these would make great gifts for anyone. I also might have over-exaggerated the savings that I got, but like I still think it's a really good deal. So what can we learn from what we've talked about in TikTok Shop today? Just like I said about the Labubu video, be cognizant where you're spending your money. Make sure that you are shopping from legitimate businesses, small or large. And make sure you aren't buying products that are just going to break within a week or are unsafe for your body. For example, if you're buying cosmetics, make sure that anything that's going in your body or on your body has food safe or cosmetic grade ingredients. And you can do that by seeing if they, one, even have an ingredients list, and two, what those ingredients are. Make sure you're looking for things that you may be allergic to, or things that might just not be good to have in cosmetics to begin with. When it comes to electronics, make sure you're looking at the specifications, such as how many watts or hertz a product might use, what kind of speakers that they use. You know, if you're purchasing a speakers or a set of headphones, you know, what kind of things does the product claim to do versus how people are saying it actually performs in the reviews. Definitely check out reviews. I cannot emphasize that enough. I personally believe that the most accurate reviews are 3 and 4 star reviews. 5-star reviews are great, but I wouldn't put all your money in one basket with 5-star reviews. Another way to tell if a company is legitimate or not is if it has SEO word salad. That is when, if you've gone on AliExpress and it just has like in the product name a bunch of different words, that's just so that it can get as many hits as possible when you're doing your searches. And it's oftentimes doesn't really tell you much about the product itself. So that's a really good way to see if like something might be being drop shipped. It's one thing if a small business is really trying to make sure that their products get seen, but if it's red ribbon chair with red stripe design, ribbon red, maroon, gothic, like that kind of stuff. If you're seeing like names like that, that might be an issue. So really be careful of that. And again, are the descriptions for the products clear and concise? Or are they kind of all over the place and jumbled? I will say, please take into account when it comes to companies that might be foreign. Oftentimes those people are English second language, so do give them some grace. But if it is so egregiously bad that you really genuinely cannot understand what the product is, I would be cautious with that. Lastly, I think TikTok Shop works best when you are buying from small businesses. The benefits that go back to the small businesses allow them to continue to function, and it also puts those savings back in your pocket. And I think that's just wonderful. I think that we should be supporting small businesses as much as we can, especially because they put a little bit more care into the products that they're making. Not that there's anything wrong with larger companies. I really do like the products that I receive from Roman. So if you want to make some savings with those larger companies as well, go for it. I think, everyone should be allowed to get a discount wherever they can. Times are hard right now. And if there's something that you really want, go ahead and grab it while it's on sale. Treat yourself, be kind, but also be, careful with your money. Not that I'm trying to tell you what to do with your money, but, just, keep those kinds of things in mind. And stay safe with both your purchasing power and just your life in general. That is all I have to say for now about TikTok Shop. If you're interested, I can delve a little bit deeper into it in another video, but I just wanted to make sure that we kind of got an introduction to what it is. I really do genuinely believe that with the way that it is utilized, it's now the modern home shopping network. And with it being company specific, you can find something for everyone out there. And I think that's an amazing thing. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. Like I mentioned earlier, you can join my Discord server if you're 18 years or older, and we can talk more about it there. Follow me on all my social media, Blue Skies, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok. Over there. I really do need to start posting more. But I'm not entirely sure what to post. Would you guys be interested in more short form content over on my TikTok, as well as my YouTube shorts, where I talk about things that aren't necessarily as big, but things that might be socially interesting at the time that they're happening. Let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. Make sure you check out some of my other videos. I'll have them linked in the end card. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!